recovery centers, the thing that brings people back from the dead. The invention is such a pivotal moment in object history and technology. You won't go past anywhere without seeing at least one. It's crazy to think a world without it. But before 2010, this tech didn't exist, to the public at least. The Second Great War, the first galactic war that we have fought in. Now, what does this have to do with recovery centers? Well, you see, the invaders, the algebra aliens, had a unique quirk to their species. They could recover people from the dead. This was astounding to objects of the time. Nothing like this had been seen before. It was basically magic to them. Luckily, the algebra aliens retreated due to demoralization of the army, but the government officials kept an either dead or alive algebra alien and dissected it. Turns out that there was a little mechanical thing inside their hands that allowed them to recover people and shoot lasers. They reverse-engineered this thing, approximately 12 months after the war had ended. 4 years was gone when they made the recovery center workable for objects. Then, in 2009, an inanimate Empire operation was set to copy this supposed life machine from Goichi's army. The operation was made possible by scientist and Army General Test Tube. With context out of the way, let's talk about what would happen if recovery centers didn't exist. First of all, death would be permanent. That's obvious. But how would things go differently? Well, all of this boils down to one key event: the Second Great War. I don't believe that keeping the Galactic War in this timeline and not inventing recovery centers is possible. It's almost like a canon event that this was an inevitability. So in this timeline, the Galactic War never happened, thus creating a less advanced world. Contrary to popular belief, the recovery center not being made would have a huge impact on the world and how it works. But also, it wouldn't lead to an overpopulation crisis, which is at least one upside. Okay, so no algebra alien invasion, no recovery center. What would happen to the entertainment industry? Shows like Inanimate Insanity or Battle for Dream Island would have to be altered immensely, or not even be created at all. And truly great films that were inspired by the invasion wouldn't exist either, although I'm sure the world would be fine without those movies. Now, done talking with the thing that would be impacted the most, what else would change? As I said earlier, the world would be less advanced. We would be pushed back to 1990s technological development, which isn't that necessarily bad. Well, we could have either stayed using 30-year-old tech or evolved to more capable hardware. Personally, in my opinion, the tech development would be much slower compared to the last 10 years. So basically, no galactic war, no recovery center. No recovery center, less advanced tech. Less advanced tech, no overpopulation crisis. No overpopulation crisis, less funny TV shows. Less funny TV shows, downgrade of living standards. Well, did you get all of that? Anyways, that's all I have to say for this video.